Woo! Time flies. So we're gonna reverse back to about a year ago when I got this old girl. And I'm gonna show you a little bit of mud running that I did on my property.
So that's what I picked, guys. It's a 56 Willys wagon cut down into a truck cab. Got a Ford 9-inch rear end, Dana 44 front end. It's got a 4.3 V6 in it, out of a 96 Chevy S10. 488 gears, spool in the back, open diff in the front right now. Well, let's jump in, we'll fire it up, and we'll go out into the field a little bit. Past the bug. That'll get pretty soupy after I go through it a bit more. My phone is covered in mud, guys. Over some scrap metal. Whoopsie. I can't see a damn thing. My phone is so covered.
Keep on watching. There's plenty more wheeling. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up before you take off. It really helps out with this small YouTuber trying to grow, trying to beat those evil algorithms. Where's the Zoop? We don't want to smash her. She's just sitting there all pretty and innocent, covered in mud now. Drop in there. Yeah! Get up through here. out there building shit!
Do this in two-wheel, right? Getting it though. Always having some fun. Now let's go.
It definitely is.
people wondered why I bought the Willys instead of finishing the Samurai build. Well, the Samurai build's still not done, mainly because I just don't have the proper workspace to put it in there, measure for shocks, do the shock mounts and whatnot. I need a nice level work area with my welder so that I can finish it up. I knew back then that I was looking for a place to move, and I was kind of tired of developing my own property, that I wanted to progress a little bit further in life by just buying a house, a place to be warm instead of living in a motorhome anymore. But before selling that property, I was trying to fulfill a dream. Some dreams that I had since when I was a little youngster, about 8 years old. I had me a dirt bike. And I was allowed to ride that thing on our 2 acres of property. But if I left a mark on the ground, whack, 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 my stepdad would plumb whoop my ass. So it didn't make riding that dirt bike a whole lot of fun. And most of the time I was grounded from it because I left marks on the yard. So I hatched a dream as a wee little boy that I was going to own my own property, that I was going to have trails and dirt bike trails and a mud hole that I could go mobbing through in my trucks. So I just wanted to say I'm grateful, I'm thankful that my dreams finally came true. I owned my own 2 acres and I built me a mud bog. Now keep on watching. There's plenty more wheeling towards the end of the video. It's kind of a long video, but I gotta get a little philosophical for a second. I just want to say, guys, stick to your dreams. I didn't accomplish it overnight. I'm almost 40 years old by the time I got my property. I had plenty of trials and tribulations between then and now. I've been to prison a couple times. I went through drug addictions. I've been told that I can't. I've been put down, judged, criticized most of my life. But I kept on believing. I kept on knowing that I had a better purpose. I kept on using my hands, building, fixing, creating, accomplishing. Just like I tell you guys, keep building shit. Use your hands. Accomplish things in your own life. Chase your dreams, guys. Don't give up. The Willys was great to fulfill a dream, guys. And I've still got it. So, in this video, I'm going to go over it a little bit, tell you some of the plans for it, as well as throw these tires that I just bought on here. So let's get after it. I'm not going to get super deep into this build or this project, but one of the things that I really want to address is that shackle angle on the front end. I'd like to move that spring hanger, shackle hanger back a little bit, get that angle a little down, so at least I can absorb some bumps. I can agree that, down travel keeps traction for some rock crawling, but you don't want to be bottoming out your shackle there against the frame either. I'm going to be removing the stock door latch setup and handles because they're pretty well hammered. So we're going to be coming up with some sort of rat rod inspired, just kind of a latch that folds over the door, keeps it shut. The 4-wheel drive shifter absolutely sucks. It's an MP203. It is an absolute pain to get it into low range 4-wheel. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a twin stick conversion on this MP203 transfer case. I had this Optima battery laying around, so went ahead and threw it in here the other day. Because the one that came with it took a shit. I might end up replacing the windows, maybe doing some side glass, and a piece of plexiglass or whatever for this back area, just to kind of warm it up in the cab, out snow wheeling and whatnot. As you can see, there's the other door latch. It's absolute trash. Doors like to pop open. Here's the window felt. I mean, she's just a wheeler, guys. So now we're gonna fast forward to a couple months back. I was driving to work, blew out one of the rear tires. So I ran up to Spokane yesterday because I seen a set of 4 tires on wheels with the right bolt pattern for sale on Facebook Marketplace. The only thing about these wheels is I'm thinking them front hubs are going to be too big to go through the center holes. So I might have to bust out the plasma cutter and out the center on these wheels that I got. But they're a little smaller and whatnot. I don't really mind. I'm just trying to slide around and have some fun in the snow. I'm not really trying to go up into the mountains rock crawling, so I don't need the 37s. These little guys will work just fine. Got the backs put on. Pick it up off these jack stands. And we'll pull them out. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, there's frozen to the ground. I'm gonna have to kick them. Still frozen to the ground. Drop that top down. Let's see. Absolutely frozen to the ground. Holy moly. I'm kicking the crap out of it. And a few more swift kicks. We finally got it mostly out of the ground. So I got one jack stand out. I can't get this one out. I've kicked the hell out of it and it ain't moving. So the plan is we start up the Jeep, we drive. Hopefully we can pull ourselves off of that, and then I'll back into it and hopefully it pulls it out of the ground. So let's get up in here. Turn her on. Well, put her in 4-wheel drive. There we go. 4-wheel drive pulled us off there. Now let's take a look at it. Man, I got some sympathy, empathy, whatever for old Peg Leg right now, because this frozen stuff sucks. Okay, so let's put her in reverse. Back up a little. There we go. There we go. We unstuck it. Uh-oh. Got empathy for him slipping and sliding too. So, got the backs done. Let's go ahead and get this front jacked up a bit after I turn the Jeep around. We'll get this wheel pulled off and we'll see how those center bores are and if we're going to have to plasma cut them out, enlarge them, what we're going to have to do. So first things first, we're going to do some jacking. Looks like we're up off the ground there. And throw this jack stand over to this side. Let's get these guys popped off of here. My Milwaukee battery needs charged up. I can't use my impact, unfortunately. I think I'm probably going to go in the house and charge it. Warm up a little. After I get these broke loose. Come on. Alright. So, like I said, time to go in the house. Charge up the old impact battery. And then we'll get these off there. Alrighty guys, so got the Milwaukee charged back up. Set you guys up here. And get this tire the rest of the way undone. I'll grab this socket. Son of a gun, I'm dropping everything. So, firewood. Now, I'll roll it over here. lay that. Pull this guy out of the truck. How much we gotta bore that center bore out to make it fit. Oh, quite a bit. So that hub won't go through there at all. We're gonna have to go over, turn on the air compressor, plug the plasma cutter into the 220, and so I can blast this circle out here, because this here circle is not big enough to go over the hub. Got my air compressor set up in the black diesel shed. Got the plasma cutter hooked up. It's turned up to max. Got the wheel here. Got myself a seat. So let's start plasma cutting some shit. Got to set up the ground clamp and we'll start plasma cutting. Now remember, these wheels, they're centered on the stud, not the hub, so they're called stud centric, not hub centric. So it's a little bit wonky, but it should clear, and that's what we're after. Let's get this second one up here. We'll let that compressor build pressure again. Ground clamp on there. Don't forget your gloves, you don't want to burn yourself. Glasses, you don't want to go blind. Come on, compressor. Let's just try it. That was a little more jagged and a little more out towards the edge than I wanted to get, but we got it. It should slide over now, and that's what counts. Hopefully there's enough clearance to fit those tires on. I just wanted to take a minute to be grateful, guys. My wife got me this a couple years ago for Christmas. It's came in handy ever since. I love this little thing. It's just a little cheap Chinesium import Vivo Cut 50 plasma cutter, but it works for everything I've asked it to do. Got a set of gloves from Home Depot, set of glasses for Home Depot, hook it up to the compressor, and we're plasma cutting some shit. I'm gonna go ahead and break some of this slaggy stuff off the back just to make sure it this wheel is gonna seat proper. I don't think it'll be a problem down here. More just if it's up above these areas like that one was. But let's get it out of there. There we go. A little more there. Good enough for my Jeep. So, let's go ahead and get this wheel tighten up some. I'm going to show you guys a little something what I mean by hub centric versus stud centric. If you look at these, how they're tapered, that helps center the wheel on that stud. And so that's why you tighten, you know, kind of crossways instead of just going around. So you want to make sure that as they go in, that tapered part goes into the taper and centers up that wheel. And you'll notice my plasma cutting job is not the most perfect, but it works. Go ahead and get this wheel off too. We'll go over there. And get both the new ones. Okay, so we got the swamper off here. We got the nuts started. Let's go ahead and start tightening them up. Like I said, make sure those cones, the taper part goes into the taper. Go around, soften it up. And then I'll use my breaker bar down here and twist. Alright, breaker bar time. There we go. Stop, drop down. They're not quite the 37s that we started with, but they were cheap. I spent $200 on the wheels and tires, so I didn't have to dismount, mount. I didn't have to mess with none of that. On top of that cheap price tag, the other thing is these are smaller, so it won't be so tippy when I'm out sliding around and playing in the snow. Might not have as much ground clearance, but like I said, I'm not going rock crawling, I'm not going mudding right now. I'm just trying to slide around and have some fun in the snow. So, got her fired up. Let's go over and put a little air in the tires. From the plasma cutter, so it should be a good time to do it. While I'm not trying to go crazy with the piss eyes, that's definitely not quite enough of them. And neither's that. She's pretty flat. So, take a drive down here on the motorcycle trails. We're doing a little bit. That's all right. My four-wheel drive kicked in. Oh, there we go. I thought I kicked it in, but it didn't. See if we can make it up this hill here. Ooh, yes we did. That's a pretty good hill. Oh yeah. This is a little too steep to drop off of without a backup rig around. I am just out here alone, guys. So I don't want to get myself into a situation and then I'm stuck. So I'm gonna go out and around here. And it's not like I'd have a far walk. My house is literally just right over there. But I also don't want my rig stuck out here. Let's see if we can dip going through this. And up that. We need some two-wheel drive action here. See if we can slide her around a little. Having fun now, guys. Make it up this. I'm gonna put her in 4. I don't know where that goes, but it looks like it goes way down there. Crank the wheel a little this way. Come back. I'm gonna try to ride this high point on out of here. Just don't roll down the hill. That would be no fun. enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button. There'll be plenty more content coming up in the future. There went the door.